Remember I said that there was one of these two that the energies were attaching because there was history and they could relate to the energy and that's why they're not leaving? I don't think it's you. I think it's you.
I think it's me too.
It's you.
Because every time I ask them to go find an owner or I burn sage, something happens.
Mm-hmm.
Every time. And I've stopped doing it. I haven't even told anybody that I've accepted my job offer here. I mean, not like told.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't told any spirits. I mean, every time. Every time. Because I honor them. I mean, I think I do. I talk to them in the kitchen. I mean, I have this guy that comes sees me in the kitchen. I've seen them up here. On Christmas Eve, I had to come back and stop in, and I said, we have to go back and set the alarm, and I have to put the shot of whiskey out for my spirit on Christmas Eve.
Well, there is a gentleman here. I picked him up at the house.
Mm-hmm.
And I know there's women here, but there's a child. There's something about a child energy here. And I don't know what happened to this child, but I got the male energy and a child. Those are the two that I picked up just by looking at the building on the phone.
I think they're attached to me. I think it's part of me because...
Thought it was you, but as we're reading, it's you.
And I'm trying to separate myself out at this point. I'm trying to break the ties. In my head and in my heart.
So the establishment says 1902 outside. I keep on getting something about the late 1800s. So I don't know, was this built in 1902? Because I want to go back to the 1800s.
They started, according to the information, the information that we have that I found in a newspaper article many moons ago, is that Pasquale Nibro, who was the owner of this building at that point in time, he started building this building, laying the first foundation in 1897.
I got 1892 was what kept on sticking in my head. So something about
Right.
1892 forward.
Okay. So he started building it in 1897, and the completion was in 1902.
Got it. I feel like I'm disrespecting people because I keep on forgetting to use the word brothel.
Mm-hmm.
Huge whorehouse.
Well, this was originally built as a hotel for minors, and then converted into a brothel in the teens.
Yeah, I got immediately when I saw the pictures. It's a brothel.
Mm-hmm.
And let's walk around for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see something. That's beautiful, by the way.
Isn't it?
Yes.
We didn't have 2 nickels to rub together, but we had to buy that.
That wasn't here.
That was our heat up here.
Have you slept here at night?
Mm-hmm.
Who's woken you up in the middle of the night?
I was actually awake, and I had 2 women come through this window, the third window, and it was beautiful, beautiful, beautiful young woman, long flowing hair, white dress, an old lady on top of her. Flew in through this third window up there. Came down into this bed. I was laying right there where the little blue pillow was, tapping me on my shoulder. And the beautiful young woman said, "Come with me. Come with us." I'm like, "No, no." She tapped me again on my shoulder, and she said, come with us, come with us. And I said, no, no. And the older woman tapped me, and she had that older raspy, come with us, come with us. And I'm like, no, no. And then all of a sudden, they flew back up through that window and flew out. And Eileen said, what do you want? And I'm like, I don't want anything. She's like, why are you touching me? I'm like, and I'm like this. I'm like, I'm not touching you. I'm not moving my hands.
They touched my hair like that.
They touched her hair.
That.
I had a blonde, beautiful. It was one and the same, I felt. I felt that what I was seeing was one and the same, one at one age and one at the other end of the spectrum. And I've seen other stuff too, but it's not over here.
Well, there's a gentleman that keeps on coming. And the one that you leave the whiskey out for, I don't know if there's two gentlemen, but there's one. Not so nice. Not so nice. Angry. Controlling. A drunk. It's almost like he would come here and come upstairs and be with the women, but he would be so disgustingly drunk that he would manhandle and do whatever he wanted. But because he had money, they never denied him. And I don't know what his relationship is, unless it feels like he should have been more than just a patron. There's a little girl. Can't get rid of the little girl. Something about a little girl.
Let's come over this way.
Last night somebody flipped over the bar stool. I'm assuming it was. He's done it before.
Somebody's choking me.
Every time I walked down this hallway when I lived here, I was swooped.
I'm like shaky and
right here.
And my throat, like somebody has grabbed me by my throat. I'm ultra sensitive by my throat. Suicide. There's suicide here. Somebody killed themselves. There's death here, but it's particular ones that stand out. These women were young. I mean, young. Too young. I say in the teens, young. There's that man. And I want to cry. He said, they deserved it. They deserved it. I didn't do anything. I paid my money. He hurt them. Something about my head. I have pain in my head. So I don't know if something about their head. I walk in here and my head just, I don't know, somebody knocked me in the head, knocked me out, killed me, whatever, but something about my head. is the feeling? I don't know if we're talking about the same man. What is the feeling you get with this male energy that's around you?
Well, the one that's downstairs, I kind of like him.
Up here.
I don't. All I can tell you is right here. We used to sleep in that bedroom, and every time I walk down this hallway, and right now I have an energy in my heart that's really heavy. And every time I walk down this hallway, I got swooped with this black orb, and she never did. And
I got pushed though, like pushed back. No.
And I got swooped right here.
It's right here.
It's right here every time, and it got to the point that I would just.
I got chills. I'm standing here. I got chills.
I have them too.
Maybe it's two different guys though.
This man. He's angry. He's angry, and I'm angry now. It's because he's angry. And they deserved it. They deserved it. I can't get mad. I gotta listen. They deserved what I did to them. They were cheap whores. He fucks with you, quote unquote. I fuck with him.
Absolutely. I absolutely agree with that.
Excuse my language.
That's okay. It's running a bar for 19 years. It's not like it's anything I haven't heard or said.
You challenge him. You're too easy. You're no challenge. That's why you don't feel the same effects as you.
He probably doesn't like strong women.
He can't stand strong women. That's why it's all about you. Something about a knife, not you. Something about a knife. It's like somebody did this and hurt one of the women. Something about a knife.
There's a guy, I got his throat slit.
That's what I got, the throat slit.
There's a guy that happened to.
Okay.
That would probably happen to some women too.
Yeah, but I got the knife. He showed me the throat and the knife. You know this? Thank you. That gives me confirmation that I'm knowing that I'm talking with him. I can't breathe. His energy's suffocating.
It's right here for me.
From here, here, and here. He said, you're going to leave soon. Not there. You're going to leave soon. He said, you're going to leave soon because you're done here. He goes, I don't want her here anymore. She's no more fun. You protect her. That's why he stays away. You're lucky. You're lucky that his energy's here and not there, because it would be overwhelming, because he's not a nice man. Not a nice man. No conscience. None. He said, this is my bar. My bar. Didn't say this. This is my bar. So I don't know who owned the bar part, or who the part, if there's two men that had this place? Was there? Do you know?
There's been a number of men that owned
There's
it.
2 men that stand out.
The Rabalotti brothers. They got this in about 1914,
One of them was an asshole.
probably.
One of them was an asshole.
It was Blackie owned it in the 60s.
Too recent.
1914
It's
Rabalottis.
back here.
Before the 40s?
Yeah. Too recent.
We don't know.
It would have to be the Rabalottis who got it in 1914.
I want to know what happened in 1928 is the date I was given. So just put that date aside. Was there a fire?
There's been a couple different fires here.
You said something about the fire. There was a little girl. Even though he's an asshole, he's telling me stuff. Walk down this way. Hold on. This is hard. Come back down here for a minute. He said, you need to leave soon. I said, leave where? He said, here, the bar. He said, it's my bar, not hers. Does that make sense? He's the one that controls this. He's controlling this. Whatever this is, he feels like he controls this. This is his. She doesn't belong here. He talks to you. You hear him, even though you don't know it's him. You feel him around you. Because I said, why don't you ever talk to her? Tell her. Tell her what you feel. Tell her why you're here. Because I talked to her.
I've been talked to.
He's going to let you move on. He's going to let you leave. Not for the right reasons. Not because he's a nice guy. He's going to let you leave because he's going to reclaim this. And you've just been in the way. You are his challenge. Back to that challenge. You are his challenge. And he knew that. It's the way he speaks, but I'll claim my next victim. I'm going to claim my next victim that comes in here.
Don't put that in the sales package.
Yeah, I can release him. It's all about you. Because he has this thing with you. You're the only one that can help. How do you feel about that?
It's time for him to go. It's time to let him leave me and leave us alone, and it's time for him to go, and let us go then. Because I don't think we'll ever be let free from this place until he goes, in one capacity or another. Yeah, he's going to let me walk away. What does that mean to my partner? Is he going to keep her here? I mean, what does that mean? He needs to go. I mean, fact of the matter is, for 19 years, I took darn good care of the upstairs and downstairs, the spirits among us. I let them live among us. I told them that it was okay, that there was enough of space for all of us. But it's time for him to go.
Okay. Okay. Just breathe for a little bit right now, because I feel like he's kind of like done talking. But he's your problem.
And I'm telling you, every time I walk this hallway, and I'm one of the very few people it happened to, every time. Every time. When we moved up here and we moved into that room, I mean, the first week or two,
It
I'm
was
like,
really bad energy.
yeah, I'm like, you know what? You're coming to the bathroom with me at 2 o'clock in the morning, because it was always there. He was always there swooping me. I can turn the light on this one.
No, we're good. I don't think you could see it, could you? There's somebody right here in the doorway.
My heart is really heavy. I mean, it hurts heavy.
It's a man. I can see his face. He's an older man. now there's a younger man talking to me with dark hair, thin, slicked, holding his head. Go this way a little bit, so you're standing right in front of that bright light out of the window back there, so thanks. Perfect. What is this gateway? Because they're right in the doorway. And it's funny because at first I got tears. I don't know why the tears came up before anything. I'm not angry. I don't feel that. Just there's two different men. Right there.
Yeah, it just feels really cold right there.
But they're not tall men, unless I'm just not seeing them right. But his face is right here.
It's just cold on my face.
I can see what I'm seeing. I don't know if you guys can. The energy is actually attached to my hand, and it's around. I have white light coming off my fingers, so I don't know if somebody's grabbing the end of my hands or not. I don't know who. I got the two men. They're standing right there. Right there. It won't come out.
On my legs now.
You feel it on your legs now?
This is like a flash, like cold light. In there.
Something about this room, I'm trying to understand, because it's almost like they stay here. They don't come out here. There's two separate things going on here. This room represents something. And I don't know if it was safety, protection, even though it wasn't. Do you understand? They could hide or stay behind the door. I don't get this. There's a story here that they're not telling me because it's two separate things. He comes here and he's here. They won't come out. They won't come out. But there's two men. Two men, and I feel like but it's not that the two men are in this room. There's two men, and I almost feel like they were kept in this room. Reach your hand out right in front of you. Right about there. Keep on reaching. Go down, go down, go down. What do you feel?
It just feels cool.
You see anything around the tips of your fingers? So the energy?
I don't. It just feels really cool.
Yeah.
It's much colder in here.
Energy. Right over the tip of your hand. They grabbed your hand, or the energy's right
Oh, I feel it. I feel it. Absolutely.
right there.
My fingertips are tingling.
Yep.
My fingertips are tingling.
I'm gonna turn.
So, what is this threshold? There's a threshold.
Yeah, I don't know. This area always got me. I don't know what it was that got me about it.
It's ever who's out here. See, I got the chills again. He's here. Ever who's out here, and the threshold of what's in there.
And it's different than the man that you're talking to earlier?
I don't know.
Ooh, we got something. We had
Photographers, anyways. That there's going to be a different story, but the ones I shared with you are the ones that came to me right away.
Right.
We might want to bring the guys up and see, because see, there's a lot of women here. We're women, so it's about I lost my train of thought.
great idea, though.
We're women, and so it's almost like the battle of control with the men.
Well, they said we've been told the one man dressed all in black that is like threatened by men that come up here, and he's protective of the women, though.
There's something there, and this is threshold right here. In 1928, there's something about that date. And the owners of the bar.
Research it.
Yeah. Maybe find out who the owners were at that time.
I think it was the Rabalotti brothers.
Because I got this dark-haired man, thin, dark hair, just slick. He was sitting here.
I saw thin, dark hair.
And then the other guy it's almost like an older version. Like he had grayish hair. But I couldn't see him as clear, but there's two of them. And they showed me there are distinct differences. Part had been cut out of his body by a very sharp instrument, probably right after his throat had been cut. The heaviness in your heart and not being able to... That's room 18.
It must be room 18.
That's room 18.
I'm telling you, I was standing there and I had these pains in my heart. It was like...
I'm full of chills right now.
Well, looks good. Sealed.
And the man... Remember I said about the money? The man that's with you and I don't know what part he played here, but it was all about money. For him, he had money, and so he felt like, I didn't know if he was partial owner or whether it was about him and money. Well, they're saying that he had lost a lot of money gambling that night. Interesting. That gives me confirmation on the things that I start picking up. I always need something to know that I'm on the right page. Am I talking about two different people? I'm not 100%. I just know the one man is angry, the one that's attached to you, and he's got this nasty attitude. Did he kill this guy? The knife? I don't know. Was it him that got killed with the knife? I don't know. But it's all connected. Interesting. Huh. Is that the room right there?
The other hallway.
It's on the other side.
Yeah.
We were standing, the guy showed me that somebody took a knife and just sliced somebody's neck. And he was murdered. And I actually got confirmation off of Google.
Oh, wow.
I needed to know that. It's a lot. There's a lot up here. And that's just, but I can't, I'm having a hard time piecing this all together if he's the angry guy, because he's all about her. I don't know.
I got to tell you an interesting story since the guys came in the room. It's gotten a little heavier. Have you felt it, or is it just me?
I can't breathe again. That's how I feel when
Yeah,
it gets
it's
heavy.
crazy.
I can't breathe. I
Uh-huh.
get this heaviness.
It's like all of a sudden it just.
But they're upset that men came
Oh,
in the
yeah.
room?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm telling you, in my heart. I mean, I was describing the pain over there in my heart, and I'm telling you, when you guys sat down, it was like I had to take in a little extra breath because it's getting a little heavier. My heart's getting a little heavier. I can feel the pressure in it.
And that's kind of why we did it without you guys, because I was going to shift and change the energy. Because this one man, he's an asshole. He's an asshole.
Was he like a pimp?
No. This is his space. This is his. There it is again. This is mine. Nobody comes up here without my okay. Well, he didn't like me either. He said, "You're tough." So he just has this mind. Everything's mine.
No respect for women?
Oh, none. None. None.
That's why I brought a group up one time, and I think he was mad. He like pushed me. You know, he was mad that I brought
Oh, yeah.
people up.
It's his space. He gives me just enough to share. It's like, I'll give you a little bit, but that's all I'm giving you. This is all about what I want to tell you. This is all about what I want people to know. But he's done with you. He's so done with you. Let's walk back over there.
Us too.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that.
let the guys in there.
Stand right here for a minute and just tell me what you feel. Walk in, see what you feel on that side. Walk out, see what you feel on this side.
I don't seem like right here there's something. I don't know. It feels right there. In there.
Exactly right.
Is that where the thing took place?
I think so. I think this was room 18. Nobody knows what the rooms are anymore, but I think this was room 18. And I think this was the room he was found in, but I think he was murdered right in here. Because when I was standing here, and here it goes again, they told me, cut his neck with a knife. And I can't figure out, they've never solved the murder.
Oh.
Or the homicide, or. So I don't know if I'm talking to the guy that his neck was sliced, or I'm talking to the guy that sliced his neck. That's the difference. That's what I can't figure out.
Laura, was it room 19 you said the last time we were here? When we were here last week?
And this is a gateway. From here to here, the energy shifts when you go inside here. It's not the heaviness in here as it is right here.
Right.
There's something about this. This is a gateway. And there's people in there. I mean, I actually saw them. And the funny thing is, she kept on saying her heart was working.
You want me to shut this a little bit?
Yeah, come on this side.
Flash off again.
Something about a woman. Something about a woman here. I don't know if she lost a baby. I keep on something about losing a baby. A child. And miscarriage, something. Blood. She was like 14.
Yeah.
She was a girl.
So now, they must get the restrooms back in working condition.
They work. There's people. Like we periodically have.
You got that shower behind you.
Yeah, that's scary.
Just this whole area right here.
Yeah.
Did somebody try to commit suicide by cutting their wrists or something here? Which one is the dark-haired lady? There's Eileen,
Lisa.
and Lisa.
Lisa.
Ask her to come here for a minute. And Eileen, I don't care.
Lisa? Well, there wasn't a bathroom back then.
I don't know, what is this?
It was in another room, I assume. I don't know.
Because then it wasn't a shower? Well, whatever this was, somebody tried to kill themselves. And it's a woman. And I almost get something of slicing of the wrist, something back here. And there's a 14-year-old girl. There's so much going on here. So much going on. I almost feel like somebody lost a baby too.
It must have been.
There was one woman, people are saying that they said she was looking for her baby.
Somebody lost a baby. And these women were young. They were children. There's this woman in her teens. She had long hair. She keeps, I wanted to die. I wanted to die. Either her name starts with an S or like Sarah. S or Sarah, something like that. Yes, I don't know what this room was before.
I assume it was just another bedroom, because there was, not indoor plumbing back then.
Right.
But there was later on.
Yeah, I don't know when they put the plumbing in.
I get something about the 1940s.
That's what I would guess.
And I got chills. We just jumped ahead to the 40s.
So there were multiple deaths.
Yeah. 19 years old, young girl. She slit her wrists.
They did, I don't know what kind of drugs they did back then, but they did, it wasn't just
Opium.
alcohol and cigarettes. They said they were doing drugs.
Opium. Across the street was the old Chinatown where they had opium dens.
Now I get it, because she kept on saying drugs.
Opium.
She said the men would bring it.
Mm-hmm.
The men would bring it. It's the only way they could cope doing what they were doing. I'm trying to find out why she's still here. Why she feels like she's stuck. Because she's just a kid. It's funny because the men we were talking about earlier are gone because we jumped ahead to the 40s. Now it's a different environment, different people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know when they died, but they're gone. This is a whole another turnaround. New owners. I don't know when the new owners.
42.
So now-
Donna was shot and killed downstairs.
That was the one on Christmas Eve, right?
Yeah.
New owners, and this is when she was here with them in the 40s. So much history. I don't know. Okay, so the owner that got shot and killed, tell me if I'm wrong, but she said he deserved what he got. So I don't know. I was thinking he was a good guy.
Well, there's two sides to that story. So
There we go.
yeah, the story is that the owner's side of the story, which he's never been able to say, was that a black man came in and he was drunk and he offered to give him food, and the black man left, got angry, left. He wouldn't serve him, and he came back and shot and killed him. But the other story is it was a black man coming into the bar in the 40s in Globe, Arizona, and the white guy was
I
not
think he
very
was a
nice.
vet too, war veteran.
And he wasn't, and he was like the black guy was a war veteran, and the white owner was not very nice to the black guy. Now, if I was going to believe any story, I'd believe that the owner was not very nice and he wasn't being selfless in trying to feed this black man. He sent this black man away angry, and the black man came back with a gun and showed him what he was going to do.
She said,
Absolutely. That's the story I've always believed.
yep, she said he deserved what he got.
Absolutely. He's not the one side of the story tried to portray him and
Well, it's from the granddaughter.
right, the and actually, yeah, we met the granddaughter, and and the guy who shot and killed him is actually executed in Florence, Arizona.
He said, he quoted, he went berserk and he took his, I'm going to take my punishment.
He lost, the guy that killed him lost it.
Right.
Yeah.
He mentally, and that's what she or somebody was, he lost it.
Absolutely.
He flipped.
Because he was treated poorly, I believe in my heart, by the owner.
Yeah.
It was a racial thing. It was definitely a racial thing.
And I think he had just served in the war, you know, so he was a veteran, and here he is coming back to America and being treated like this.
Yeah, he flipped. He lost it.
Yeah.
Something about his leg. I keep on getting something about somebody's leg.
And that's crazy.
I know.
People just come back to us, like the guy who got shot and killed. His granddaughter came and sought us out.
What's
one night.
Myrtle?
No, it wasn't Myrtle.
Hmm?
No, I don't think it was.
Something about his leg. And I almost think it's the black dude.
Well, maybe he had a war injury.
Something about his leg. And I keep on getting the left leg.
And he was shot. The owner was shot and killed on Christmas.
Somebody else was shot too and died like a week later.
Right.
Or did two people die that night? I don't
I
remember.
don't know. But all I know is on Christmas Eve I put a shot out.
And we've heard music coming from the bar.
On Christmas Eve we hear, when we lived up here, the first year we heard it was this Christmas music. And I'm like, woke us up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, where is that coming from? I'm like, the darn bartender left the TV on or something. So I go down on the street in my pajamas. I open up the bar. Nothing. Nothing's on. Nowhere.
Yeah, we'd hear music now and then.
Yeah.
But it was very Christmas at Christmas. Very clear that one Christmas morning.
Regrets. I get the word regrets. Regrets. Regrets.